Welcome, everybody, to the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. How is everybody doing today? Hey, gang, if you're not doing so well, if you're not having a good day, this is the place to come for our famous light, love, and levity, or as we've coined it, lovity. We always have a good time here with inspiring conversations, amazing guests from all around the world, from Broadway and Hollywood, television, film, music, inspiration, as well as comedy and sports, culinary arts, and so much more. We've done this for well over 410 plus episodes, 7 days a week live. And it's our entertainment lifestyle talk show series where we're mixing sort of the old school way of doing entertainment lifestyle talk shows, thinking like Dick Cavett and Merv Griffin and Mike Douglas, Johnny Carson, some of the others, blended with a modern vibe of today. Our viewers come from all around the world. They call themselves the Lovities. And that is because summertime, I said the show has a lot of light, love, and levity. And when I said that, I slipped up. And I said lovity. And ever since I said lovity, many moons ago, back in the summertime, everybody fell in love with the word. So they have deemed me and dubbed me Mr. Lovity. Our studio here is Lovity Hall, and the viewers are part of our Lovity squad. Good to have you with us. Thanks for all the great comments, everybody sharing, tagging, subscribing to our YouTube channel. We would love that. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Jim Masters TV. There's over 400 live, incredible episodes of our entertainment lifestyle talk show series for you to enjoy, binge watch. Some of you have said I am the bingeable Mr. Lovity. I kind of like that. And then another guest said that I'm a Mr. Rogers for adults. I kind of like that too. We'll take all those comments. Hope everybody's having a good day. Again, if you're not, we have an amazing guest, somebody I'm sure that you're very familiar with. DINO KARTSONAKIS is here. He is a renowned pianist. He is extraordinary. He has sold millions of albums, but more than that, he has provided so much great music and so many hours of inspiration to so many people around the world. I have followed his work for years on television, on radio, public appearances, concert events. We have a lot of his material here. I was just telling, we were chatting with Dino and his lovely wife, Cheryl, at their home, beautiful home where they're based. And we've got all of his material and we've had it for years. So Dino is no stranger to me, and I'm sure not to you. And he is prolific. And you know what it is? He loves what he does, and he does it with such passion. He's talented and skilled in all the other things that you would want, right? But he does what he does for a deeper purpose than just tickling the ivories. And that's what people relate to. He began playing piano at the age of 3. That's right. Well, everybody else was just learning how to put one foot in front of the other, unless maybe you were doing the same. Dino was already doing his thing at a really, really early age. And again, he's just so amazing. Tell you a little bit more about it. He enrolled in piano lessons at age 5. He's from New York originally, like myself. He received his first professional training at the King's College in New York City, as well as studied piano at Juilliard School of Music. He has traveled extensively, has done that with over 50 recordings with mainstream labels and over 1 million sales, including the production, the Peace series, which is a collection of CDs featuring more subdued piano arrangements against a backdrop of natural sounds. And of course, having exposure to Juilliard was amazing for him as well. He's described his style as combining the classical and the sacred. His technique has been described as fluid and brilliant. He has been compared to Liberace because of his flair, costumes, and pianos. He has performed in his highly rated show in Branson, Missouri, and among his accomplishments is his Grammy-nominated recording of Chariots of Fire from the Oscar award-winning movie Chariots of Fire as well. He was honored to play at Carnegie Hall with the New York Symphony to benefit the nation of Israel. He has performed with the incomparable Sandy Patty. Talk about another beautiful voice. Ever hear her sing the national anthem? One of the best I've ever heard. Also performing with Larnell Harris on the Big 3 tour. He was one of the entertainers participating in the benefit Music Care, is a charitable organization that helps struggling musicians and entertainers. He's appeared with the Israeli Symphony, during the dedication of the new United States Embassy in Jerusalem. Dino also received a Participation Grammy Award in 1999 for his work on the soundtrack of the movie The Apostle. And he's toured the U.S. and Canada, and wonderful project called Hymn Restoration. The hymnal is dedicated to Dr. Billy Graham, and has been endorsed by many. He's beloved in the industry, and they even survived, believe it or not, in 2011, he and his wife survived a flood in Branson, but with a love of community, the love of family and support, they're back in action. And he also started helping the community by presenting a benefit concert by the one and only Tony Orlando, the Lennon sisters, plus other Branson celebrities to help the community recover from the flood. This is the kind of guy that Dino is. Awards, 8 Gospel Music Association Dove Awards, and that is just the beginning. He's extraordinary. He is a legend in the industry, but he's a wonderful person at the same time. And we have a ton of comments here. We'll take a look at some of those comments in just a second. But first, won't you join me in welcoming Dino at one of his favorite places to be on the planet, right there next to his beautiful piano. Dino, welcome to the show, my friend.
Oh my gosh, that opening, I could have taken a long break for that. Did I do all that? That's amazing.
Thank you. That's just the short list.
It's a pleasure to be with you and to be with your audience. What do they call them?
Loveties.
Oh,
the Loveties. Okay. Yeah.
I like that.
I was saying,
love music. Yeah.
Yes, you do. I was saying the show, in the summertime, I had said that the show has a lot of light, love, and levity. And maybe being from New York, I said it a little too fast and hiccuped and said lovity. And from that point on,
that was it.
Everybody, I kept saying it was an accident, Dino, and everybody says, Jim, it wasn't an accident. It was reflective of who you are and what you do. And that's the vibe Jim, you give off.
That's a good word, because especially today,
yes,
this world needs a lot of love.
Yes,
what we just came through, and people are still a little, concerned about. It's a lot better now.
Yes,
but they haven't been around people like they should have at church and socials and what have you. And this is good that we're coming out of this pandemic. Thank God, right?
We are. How have you been during it all? What are some of the things that you and your lovely wife Cheryl have been doing to stay connected, to stay collaborative, creative, and sane? Most people, when I say the sane part, they're like, well, I'm still working on that.
I'll tell you how we stayed sane. And for me to be locked up in a place for a year, for a Greek, no, we like to move around, and I'm pretty, active in what I do, and I love performing on stage, which I've been doing most of my life. But the past year, I like everybody else. I stayed home, did a lot of practicing, got a whole new repertoire, which is great. And also, I'm going to back up because just before the epidemic, when Dr. Billy Graham passed away, of course, I loved him, an amazing evangelist, and we're friends with his daughter. And we thought that we should do a tribute to him when he passed away. I decided to sit at this piano right in our living room, like you're watching, and I went on Facebook Live. Never did that before, and I told the folks. I said, it was amazing the people that came on. First of all. I said, I would like to play a tribute to Dr. Billy Graham. And let me just play the songs that you would have heard at one of his crusades. The hymns that we don't hear in churches as much. And I mean, the phones lit up like people are coming in with comments. Over 500,000 people came on saying, Dino, thank you so much for playing the great hymns of the church like... From one song to the next, for instance, Just As I Am, that was his big altar call music. And 'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus, and How Great Thou Art. And folks were texting, so quickly, we couldn't read them all, saying, oh, thank you, Dino. Thank you for playing that music. We don't hear that in our church anymore.
Right.
So that was almost like God saying to me, wow, people are starving for these hymns again. So long story short, because of the great response, we put a hymn book together. It's called You mentioned this, hymn restoration. And these are 101 hymns right here. 101 hymns. And everyone who grew up with these hymns would recognize, I mean, I could turn to any page right here. It is well with my soul. Boy, we love that one, don't we? It goes. Every one of these hymns you'll recognize. The book came out and people were just buying it like crazy. I want to also mention that in this hymn book, there's a little historic background about the hymn, why it was written. And my wife Cheryl wrote the devotion, and she did research on the history of the hymn. There's a scripture verse on top, and there's a prayer at the bottom. So it's like a devotional besides a hymn book. And these have sold like hotcakes, like we would say in New York City, which told me right there that people really they're going back to those great hymns of the church. People are going back to
Yeah.
unforgettable. Somewhere with a rainbow. Nostalgia, people. This is what people want today.
Yes, they do.
Which leads me to the point that this is one of the reasons why we're on, because of my global virtual concert I'm doing June 15th. That will go around the world, like your show does.
Yes.
And be in Nashville, Tennessee. It's going to have it's going to have a Steinway piano. That Steinway and Sons, they're placing that there for me. It's going to be kind of intimate. I'll be playing from classical.
Yes.
I'll just give you a little taste of all the.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm playing.
And it's really a wonderful thing. It's called Together Again, Dino.
Uh-huh.
There it is, just a little clip there.
Do you like that title? I think it's a great title.
I love it. Let's see it again. Yeah. Look at that. There he is. June 15th at 7 p.m. Tickets are on sale now. And what is this like for you? It must be very moving and emotional because of everything we've gone through and everything you've witnessed. We've all witnessed in the last 14 months. It's been extraordinary. I keep telling everybody, the only people I think that could have scripted what we've experienced would have been Rod Serling from The Twilight Zone, really? Stephen King or Steven Spielberg. Yeah. But here we are now, and this concert, of the many concerts you've done in your life and all the awards and the accolades and the television appearances and so much more, this particular concert has some extra deep meaning as we're rising from the ashes of what we've experienced. Wouldn't you say, Dino?
Absolutely. As a title, Coming Together Again. We've been apart too long. And this is the first time I've ever done this kind of concert. A virtual concert. And I've been on Facebook, but never like this. We got some of the best producers that are producing it, Oscar-winning producers, Emmy Award, director, and it's going to be stereo. It's going to be amazing. I just can't wait to do it. I'm ready. I can go there tomorrow and start playing. But I've been practicing, and I don't know, Jim, if you knew this, but about 4 weeks ago, let me get my date right.
I know this year, I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's like
about 4 months ago, I couldn't raise my arm.
I know.
I don't know if you heard about this.
Yeah, tell us. Yeah.
And to this day, I still can't. So I had surgery, rotator cuff, ripped rotator cuff, and it just gave out. the surgeon went in there. They could not fix it. They said everything was so shattered in there. I don't know if it's from all the playing that I've done all my life, and I should not have lifted that weight. That was about 25, 30 pounds.
Yeah.
That should have happened, but I did it. And so what I'm trying to say is that I've been going through therapy, and the thing that affected me most was this movement. It was the horizontal, like when I do. That's still a little difficult for me, but I'm getting better through therapy. And listen, doctors couldn't fix it, but this is where my spiritual background comes in. God can heal it, and that's what I'm believing. And when I'm playing, I play with what's the word? Resilience.
Yes.
I guess that's a good word.
Yes.
And but it's getting better. But I still need the prayers of the people, my fan page folk, because that day when I play, I want to be able to, do it well. So I'm still working at that. It's a little handicap, but I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
We're going to rise above it. And this is kind of a message I want to share to the people that are watching right now. I don't know what you're going through. Yeah. I don't know if it's financial, if it's a physical problem like I had, but I like to say God is still on the throne, which means there's still hope. Yeah. And if we believe, I know that we can receive whatever we desire in our hearts. So anyway, that's my little sermon.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The world needs to hear that, Dino. And
Yes.
You've been doing this kind of thing for a long time. That's why I say you're music with a message. What are some teachable moments? What are some things you've learned even about yourself during the course of this past year or so?
I think I learned patience. My patience have been that great over the years. Maybe that's the aggressiveness and I always blame it on my Greek heritage, because Greeks are pretty aggressive. We're Cretans, we're fighters, but that's a good thing. I shouldn't say it's bad, because you have to be somewhat aggressive. You got to step out, and take risks and what have you. So I've been moving around a lot, and this past year I was able to just be still for a while and just think and meditate and pray and practice, and just sit at this piano when I play. Even when I play, I meditate and I pray. Sit here and I play the hymns, and I just that's like therapy for me.
I was going to say,
it's helping people too.
What happens to you? What are you transported to another place when you're playing?
How can I explain it without getting too into theology here? I'm a Christian, and there's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and I believe it's the Holy Spirit that we call it the anointing.
Sure.
And that's what I always pray for when I sit at the piano. I play with that anointing, and that's what reaches people more than anything. They feel that. Sometimes people can't. They call it magic, or there's something really special about what you're playing. What is it?
Right.
And so to answer your question, I can't even explain it. I could play it. It's hard to even.
It's like music is very healing as well, as we know,
yes,
but it's almost like a second language for you, isn't it? A way of communicating.
It is a second language. And it's also an international language.
Yeah.
Because no matter where I go to China, I've played in Beijing, I play in Chinese, right?
Right.
When I go to India, I've been there. It just translates in every language across the board. And I thank God for that, because that's, again, I'm communicating with people everywhere with the instrument,
It's really incredible when you really think about it. It's extraordinary, and you've been doing it for so long. How did you first get started? Again, two New Yorkers here. You grew up in Manhattan, right? Tell us a little bit about
Right,
what were some
Manhattan.
of the
Matter of
early
fact,
inspirations for you?
where Lincoln Center is in
Oh,
Manhattan,
yeah.
that's where we lived in the projects. My parents came from Greece and settled in New York City, and I was born in Manhattan at St. Vincent's Hospital, and they lived on 66th Street and Amsterdam Avenue, on 10th Avenue, and that's where I grew up, on the third floor of that apartment house. That's where I got my first piano. It was given to us. It was an upright piano. Yeah, it was not in great shape. There were black and white keys, and some brown ones threw me off a little bit. The iris were off. But one day I came home from church, and at 3 years old, and I just walked up to that piano. As soon as I got into the apartment, I started playing the melody that I heard in church. The title of the song is "At the Cross," and that's what I was playing. I pounded that melody that whole week. Went to church the next Sunday, came home with another. So it was, well, I really believe it was a gift that God had given me, starting with that first little hymn that I played.
Yeah.
And then when I was 3. When I was 5 years old, my mom approached a lady in our church. Her name was Miss Smith. Perfect name for piano teacher, right? Miss Smith. And Miss Smith said, "Well, how old is Dino?" And Mom said, "He's 5 years old." And Miss Smith said, "He's too young. Let's wait till he's 7 or 8. Let's give him some time, and besides, he'll be ready for that." And she would not accept me. I think she made a mistake, because by the time I was 7, 8 years old, who needed Miss Smith, right? Oh, I've told that story a lot, and it's true. But when I started taking piano lessons, she would give me a piece, and then she'd open the book, and she'd say, "Now, Dino, I want you to follow the notes as I'm playing." But then I would say, "Miss Smith, would you play through just once before I go?" Because I was playing everything by ear, and she would. She'd play the piece, and then I'd go home, and she said, "Be sure to take this home and learn how to play. Read your notes, and take a measure at a time." But I came back the next Saturday. We'd walk from 63rd Street to 113th Street every Saturday morning, and that's why I love to walk today. And I'd sit at the piano just like this. I'd open the book, and I start playing. Not as perfect as that, but I was close. And Miss Smith was pretty impressed. But I was pretending like I was reading notes. Do you know that it took her a couple of years before she caught on? Can you believe that? Yeah. She was a slow learner. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I was going to say,
But
who was teaching who?
Yeah, right. But when she caught on, she takes my mother aside and said, "Helen, save your $2 on your lessons. Dino's not, he's playing by ear." But my mother said, "Please, Miss Smith, we wanted to learn how to read notes." And I'm so glad she did that. And, if you be patient with him, you will. So eventually, some of you are probably wondering, did I learn how to read notes or not? I did. And I'm glad I did, because that's where the classical training came in, and all this other kinds of music other than gospel.
And your mother, Helen, you said?
Helen, yes.
Yeah, that's my mother's name too.
Oh, is it really? Yeah.
So good mothers who believed in us, huh?
Uh-huh.
And that's it. The family foundation is very, very important, isn't it?
Very important. And I encourage parents with their little tots to let them take lessons. I'm telling you, piano playing is so good for the mind. And, there's so many levels you got to think of. Like when I sit here and play, I'm reading the notes, I'm doing the pedals, I'm technique, the left hand, the right hand. So you're playing on all these different levels, and this is really great for the mind. It keeps the mind alert. It really does.
Oh, yes.
So I
absolutely.
say even to grandmas, I said, listen, when they come to my concert, I said, y'all, you 90-year-old, whatever, you need to take piano lessons. I had one grandma come up to me. She was about 95. She says, "Dino, you've changed my life." I said, "How's that?" She said, "I just bought a piano." And I was thinking she bought a little upright piano. She bought a grand piano. I said, "Go, girl," like that.
Yeah.
And she said, "Now I'm playing the piano, and the doctor said it's the best thing I can do for my mind."
Yes, right. That and probably crossword puzzles and gardening.
Exactly. Any of
Those
that
are
would be great.
those are all
For
good.
sure.
What would you consider, Dino, one of the earliest, biggest breaks for you, where a door opened up, where people really realized your talent, but not just the incredible prowess and the talent,
Yeah.
but the spiritual nature of your work, the message behind the incredible talent? What would you say would be one or two of those door opening
Yes.
opportunities that happened for you, Dino?
Well, let me say this. As a child, my parents we went to a church in New York City called Glad Tidings Tabernacle. And it was on 22nd Street,
I was
33rd
going to
Street,
say, isn't that a great name as well for a
Glad
tabernacle?
Tidings Tabernacle, yeah.
Yes.
So I was raised on the first pew of that church. So when I started playing at 3, that's when I think the stamp of, okay, this is God's approval. This is what I'm going to use Dino. This is how he's going to. And back then, you have to understand, there weren't that many gospel pianists,
Right.
And what would they do? They just play for the offertory. But mine was not just that, because I was able to, even at a young age. So my start was at Glad Tidings Tabernacle. That's where it all began to me. And one Sunday, when the evangelist preached and he talked about, there were a lot of kids in the audience and adults, all ages, but he was explaining what it meant to surrender your life to God and dedicate your talent to him. Everybody's got a talent.
Yeah.
You just have to find what it is and then work on it. But I knew that piano playing was my talent. So when he gave the invitation to those who wanted to come forward and dedicate their gift to God, I was 7 years old. I stood up, I ran down the aisle, and I stood in front of the evangelist. And first I accepted Christ in my heart, and then I committed the gift that he has given me. And I know God himself was looking down one day and said, someday, during that time, he probably was looking down and saying, I'm going to use that little Greek boy. He's going to play in China. He's going to play throughout the world. He's going to play in Branson, Missouri. Whoever thought, right?
Yeah.
Because we've been here for many, many years doing shows, but we've been traveling besides that. But he's had his, he knew exactly what my mission was. And to this very day, whether I'm playing anything classical, if I'm playing a love song, for instance, right now for the virtual, I'm giving you a little bit of a taste of what's going to happen. I have a variety of songs, but besides the gospel music, I'm going to be playing like. But the Elvis Presley song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So like I said, I just enjoy just sitting at the piano and creating pictures through the music that's been already written. Of course, I'll be playing some new things too. My daughter, who is a producer, she's produced quite a few of my albums, and a composer. Her name is Christina, and she lives in Nashville. She produces, but we did a project together that's about to be released in about 4 or 5 months. Someday I'll have to share that. But
yes, we'll have you back on. Yeah.
Well, yeah, she writes music, and she wrote something that I played in Israel with the symphony, and it's called 1948 Triumphant. And if you could just imagine the symphony behind me on this, it goes like a. and bigger. At the end, it goes. Well, that's triumphant 1948.
I love
Let me tell you
that.
something. That's my left arm.
I was going to say, there's
And I just had
something
surgery on
flowing
this.
through you. There's something flowing through and out, my friend.
Yeah, there's that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Sure.
there's something that's
So
flowing.
I want to encourage people. Being this is my first visual concert, and the company is called stellartickets.com, and they've opened the door for me to do the show,
which is great.
And I think this will open doors for other artists in the gospel market, whatever, that have not had this opportunity. So that's why I need people to buy the ticket. Please,
Yeah,
I need you there.
Right. Yes.
I need you guys to
And
be
it's
there with me and pray
and
for
you don't
me.
even have to. You don't have to start your car or get on a plane or anything. I
No.
mean, when you feel like doing that, eventually you can go to Branson and see Dino. But together again with Dino, there's stellartickets.com. That is the website. Go right there. You can check it out. And what's really nice about it too, which I think is great, and people like to partake in various different tiers and levels. I know $25 is a ticket and gets you to see the whole thing, but then there's a second level, and then there's the VIP. Tell us about some of the things that people can expect with that VIP package.
The $25 is just the concert. Okay,
yeah,
and that's cool. That's wonderful. I think a lot of people are going to do that. The second, the $40 level, is you get to see the rehearsal, the concert, and the reception afterwards. So that's the $40 level. And then the $125 level, I come to your house and play your piano.
Do you do windows? And do you bring the carrot cake?
I bring the carrot cake. You've got to have the coffee, though. You got to get a coffee perkin.
Yes.
No, the third level is a lot of perks, too. And people can read it, actually. If they go in there, they'll see the 3 different levels. And
it's all there.
Lots of folks are doing the 40, and believe it or not, the 125, which I think is great. I appreciate that.
Well, that's something that's extra special too.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, to have that opportunity. And again, it's going to be something really nice. There it is again, together again with Dino, and probably a few surprises and so much
there will
more.
Be surprises, yeah.
Speaking of surprises, my friend, we always do our research. And again, I've known of your work for years and have been a fan of it. Who is this young looking chap here? Dapper man.
My Lord. Who is this guy? He looks like, who is this? He looks like, what's the guy, the actor?
Doesn't he?
Who is that? No, I'm trying to remember. He does all those big, well, anyway.
Yeah. Looking good there. Looking good there. And as well here.
Oh, yeah. The sideburns. Perfect.
Wow. I know the fans watching, they're like, oh my God, that's right. I remember that. And that's really great. We dug a little bit in the archives.
Look at the bow tie, Jim.
The bow tie, I was going to say, huh?
Huge.
Yeah. Yeah. They've come down a little between then and now, huh?
They sure have.
And of course,
memories back. I worked with Catherine Coleman. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes. Tell us about that again for the audience.
Back in the 70s. It was amazing. People that are old enough to remember, she was an amazing lady, evangelist of God, and we saw some really. With my own eyes, I saw miracles take place in front of me. Thousands of people come in this room with such great faith to receive a miracle, and the love talking about the love again when she'd walk on stage, and then I was right beside her. Usually at the end, when people are being healed left and right all over the place in the auditorium, I've seen goiters dissolve. You can't tell me that God doesn't heal, because I've seen it with my own eyes. Well, my life, I didn't tell you. I was to be born dead. When doctors said I was to be a stillborn child, it was my Greek grandma that got on her knees and prayed that God would deliver my mother from, that he would deliver this baby alive.
Yeah.
And she made a promise to him saying that if he is born alive, he'll be dedicated to you. So that I was dedicated before I was born to God. And then when I came forward, that I clinched it right there. Yeah. But my grandmother had a vision. My yaya from Greece, she looked like Golda Meir. You can picture her. Black hair with a bun in the back. She was praying in her living room, which was on 43rd Street, right over the fish market, right downtown.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, that her part was saturated with prayer. She knew how to touch the throne of God. I'm telling you. And she prayed. She saw a vision, and I know some people are going to think this is kind of spooky, but this is true. The devil is real. I mean, we can't deny that, and he had a grip around my mother's waist, trying to destroy the child that was within her, squeezing her, tormenting her. And it was my grandma that, I mean, again, here's that Greek strong approach. I mean, she said, she rebuked the devil. You get off my daughter, and just let this baby born. And she said, now this is something that is a fact. She said that she actually heard footsteps of someone running down. That was the enemy running down the stairs, letting go. So the next thing she did is call my mother, and my mother said, "Oh, well, Mom, I'm feeling better." They went to the doctor the next morning, and he couldn't believe. He said, "This is not going to be a stillborn child." Now you can't tell Dino that miracles do not happen. And who's ever watching us right now, I want you to know that God can perform that same miracle in your life as he has in my life. Because God doesn't change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. There I go preaching again. I know you didn't invite me to preach.
Hey, no, that's all part of it.
I just have to tell you that. It just is so real. It's amazing. It really
when
is.
you wake up every day, what is one of the first things that you do? Is it pray? Is it say, I'm thankful for the day?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that just yesterday to somebody.
See?
Oh, it was Bill Gaither. I was talking to Bill Gaither. He called me yesterday, and I said, Bill, because he's doing great. He's in his 80s.
Yeah.
He's in good shape. He's walking every day.
Another legend,
the impact he's had on the music business. I mean, his music, he touched me. That's one of his big songs, And because he lives, and I asked him, I said, Bill, when you wake up in the morning, same question asked me, do you get up and thank God for another day? Oh, he says, yes. He says, I'm living on borrowed time right now.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what I do. I get up first thing, I say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for another day. I don't know what's about to happen throughout this day, but I just pray that it's in your will. And it's amazing, Jim, with things that have occurred in our lives. And we know that God has been such a part of everything we've done. Even if I'm playing a show like here in Branson, our show is a big production. It was, I'm not playing the show now, but I play. And actually, the name of the show was The Entertainer. But even with all that kind of music, we had dancers and I did some illusions. And so, but God used that too. It was amazing. Well, there you go. You got the photograph. Yeah. There's my beautiful wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Cheryl. She sang and danced, and we had a great, spectacular show. It was amazing.
Some have made the comparisons to Liberace in certain ways too.
I know.
And that's incredible, huh?
That's cool. I mean, he was an amazing entertainer. But I was wearing. I think I wore tails coming out of my mother's womb. Look at that. I'm still, and
we have these. We have all of these actually in the collection.
Yes.
All these different ones over the years. Extraordinary, and the range too. You've covered so many different genres.
Yes.
with the emphasis on beautiful instrumental and sacred, but you also have sprinkled in a lot of other different genres too, which I think is wonderful. Just shows your versatility.
I have an album of just love songs. It's called When I Fall in Love. You sing, don't you, Jim?
When I fall in love
Let's sing it.
with you. I don't know if I know all the words to that one.
That's
I
good.
love that one, but I don't know if I know all the words.
What do you know all the words to?
Let's see. Jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Also in the
Oh, you are?
and one of the favorite parts of that whole range, because from there I go into let's sing it.
Come join us, everybody. It's Unplugged on JMS Live.
And then I go into, I think, the most beautiful melody ever written. And it's so simple.
Yeah.
Like this.
Edelweiss, yes, yeah.
Come on, Jim, you know this one.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss. My Aunt Doreen from Austria sings it beautifully. Is everybody singing? Are the viewers around the world singing? Mary says, so wonderful. Debbie says, you really have a nice voice. Thank you. Well, look who I have backing me up. Dino. We have some other wonderful photos here that I wanted to pepper in. Look at this shot here, huh?
That's Cheryl.
Yeah. How did you guys meet? How did that?
We met at the Jim Baker PTL years ago. Jim and Tammy.
So you met at PTL with Jim and Tammy, but yeah.
It was a big banquet.
Yeah.
And I saw her walk in, and that was it right there. I said, who's that beautiful lady? And the woman that was sitting next to me poked me and said, get your eyes off of her. She's taken. You don't tell that to a Greek. So I worked the room, so to speak.
You worked the room. Which
long story short, we finally got together, and it wasn't long before we got married.
So you got married. Yeah.
And we've been a team for like over 30 years now.
Yeah, huh?
And we've had the best time of our lives, and there's so much more years coming, and we're excited about the future and what God's going to do with our lives and in our concerts. Yeah. And I'm very excited about this virtual concert. I'm going to say it again, because this to me, I've played Hollywood Bowl, I've played Carnegie Hall, I've been to all these great places, and they've been amazing.
Yes.
But this on the June 15th is going to be something that will reach more people than any large auditorium anywhere in the world. And like I said, it's going to be global. It's called Together Again with Dino, June 15th at 7 Central Time. And here I go promoting again, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I always say, people have told me, why don't you get someone else to promote for you? Let someone else talk about your CDs. Why do you? Because I know how to sell it. because I did it. Please.
It's your work, right?
So I'm not ashamed of my products, and people are buying them every day. But this particular June 15th, to get a ticket would really, it'd be saying, okay, Dino, I'm supporting you in this. I want to see this to become one of the biggest events you've ever had, and may go even beyond that. So that's why I encourage those that have never seen me before, that are watching right now, I hope you kind of pick up on the concept of what I do and how I do it. And Jim, thank you for having me on.
Oh,
tonight.
and you have a good time doing it too, and that's the thing. You really love what you do. It's in your DNA. It's in your heart and soul.
Oh,
There's
don't
another
show
one.
that one.
Look at that, huh?
Oh Lord, that's one of my very first albums.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh, look at the nose.
What do you?
Do you have to go back to it?
I do. Well, now this is a cool one. Looks like you're having fun here. Tell us about this.
By the way, the costumes were made especially for us at Beverly Hills. And Pete Menefee designed them, and he works with Bob Mackie.
Oh,
so
yes.
All our costumes were made, Cheryl's dresses and the dancers' costumes and all of that was made by them.
Yeah.
And they're spectacular, really, on stage. They really are.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And, in addition to all of this extraordinary body of work and the blessing of it all, and look at that, folks. That's what you call a nice cup of Java. That's a cup of coffee. Opa. Oh, Opa. Yes.
Opa. Little Greek there. And, my dad was born on the island of Crete, Crete.
Yes.
Beautiful island, Greece, southern Greece.
Yes.
And I was born on the island of Manhattan. He was born in a village called Crete, and I was born in a village called the Bronx. That's where I was.
Right.
But
they have the goats, and you had Tiffany's.
There you go. There you go.
I was in Greece on a TV shoot a year. Well, it's about 2 years ago now. It was for one of those Hats I Wear lifestyle travel TV series, and we visited a very rugged but beautiful island off the coast, Samothrace.
Oh, okay.
And it was
an island.
Yes.
Well, listen, Greece
beautiful.
is gorgeous. The Mediterranean is fantastic. Someday you need to do is put a cruise together to Greece.
That maybe that's where we should go, because we've been talking about putting together a show, Lovity Cruise, cruise.
That'd be great.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I may want to check
I was going to say, we'll have to have Dino come along.
I'm going to check that out.
Do you get to go back? Have you had an opportunity to go back?
Not as often recently, but years ago we would go back a lot. Most of my relatives have come to the United States.
Yeah.
But I still have some relatives on the island of Crete, Crete.
Yeah.
And when I went back there, I got to meet them and so on. But my immediate family, my grandma, my grandpa, they all came. Thank God they did. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Even though Greece is beautiful, but there's no place like the United States of America. I'm telling you, if you don't agree with what's going on, go to another country. I know
that's
we've been going through transition. We've got a new president. We got to pray for him and believe that we're going to come out stronger than before. But we got a ways to go.
We've got to come together.
I'm praying for that. Right. So when I sit on the piano, I play.
We're spacious, guys. That's right. America, God shed her grace on thee. Really beautiful. I love that song. Sea to shining sea. I always love that song. I love that song. Yeah. When I was in school in New York, actually out east on Long Island, I remember we had, it was it was kindergarten, I remember, through first, second, third grade, beyond. We did the Pledge of Allegiance first.
Yes.
They had us all sing it, the whole school, in our classes, standing, heart, hand on heart. Yeah. And then America the Beautiful. And then we had a moment of silence. And that was beautiful. The trifecta of things set some sort of a tone.
Yes.
It just was, it wasn't even questioned. It wasn't questioned. Yeah. We just expected it. And it was just, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Not that I don't think they're doing it anymore.
I don't think so either.
I
Fun.
was in the Air Force ROTC in high school too, and I remember on Tuesdays, we always stood for the pledge anyway, but on Tuesdays we had the uniform, the Air Force
Right.
uniform in ROTC, and we had to, not only have those shoes polished, but stand for the pledge. And
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought that was a
someday I'm going to
beautiful
share
thing.
with you my Army experiences when I was in the Army. I've had some really interesting experiences. And that was during the Vietnam War
Oh, yes, yes.
back then. Yeah.
But people are really asking the deep questions. They need to know, what is your favorite Greek food? That's Jen Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania wants to know.
Oh, I have so many.
Do you cook?
Oh, I love to cook. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, my dessert is baklava for sure. Well, you know, I own a
Mhm.
cake company,
Yes,
24-karat cake.
you do. Yes, you do.
The
And I
best
want
carrot cake in the world, you guys. I'm telling you.
and I want to know how that came about, because there you
There
go.
it is.
How did
It
that
came
come
about
about?
by one day I decided to go in the kitchen. This is while I was doing shows. Cheryl and I were doing shows. And I was really like frustrated because it wasn't going well that day. I said, Cheryl, because I kind of dabbled in cooking anyway. My father was a chef. I said, Cheryl, I'm going to make carrot cake. Just out of the blue, carrot cake. I never had a great carrot cake. So I go in the kitchen, I get all the ingredients. I had a basic recipe and I put it together and it came out so moist and unbelievable. Tony Orlando came over the house and when he was performing here, and I said, Tony, you got to try my new cake. So he tried the carrot cake. It's Dino. I'm a carrot lover, carrot cake lover, and this is the best carrot cake I've ever had. You need to sell this cake. I said, what am I going to do selling the cake? He said, I'm telling you. So he planted that little thought in my mind, and several years later, I thought, well, this would be kind of fun, opening a little cafe somewhere, just out, maybe not even Branson, outside of Branson. I did. Long story short, we were getting all these tourists coming to Hollister wanting to try this carrot cake, and we moved into Branson. Right now, we're in Branson on Main Street, and we get people from everywhere. They come back. That's my favorite. There it is. I'm drooling just looking at it. That's
Yes.
my favorite carrot cake. So that's it. So we have carrot cake. We got an amazing coconut cream cake, strawberry
Uh-oh.
cake.
Uh-oh. Dino,
Amazing.
this is a foodie crowd. Sometimes we did a whole
Oh,
2 hour. I did a whole 2 hour episode just talking about food. We'll have to have you come back and talk about that too.
yes. Oh, they got
It's
the word cake. You go to
oh my God.
2424 carrot KARROT.com. 24carrot.com. And you can get on there and check it out, or go to you go to my website, which is bransoncake.com. bransoncake.com. And that
Right
has
there.
all my CDs, all my books.
BransonCake.com.
Yeah, and then you'll see all the cakes at the bottom. Yeah, and people order them. We ship the cake just everywhere.
Carrot cake. Oh, with pineapple. That sounds good too. That carrot cake looks fabulous from Kathy in Cleveland and Merlin in Canada.
They got to
And
order it. Order it.
Juanita in South Africa.
Wow.
Love carrot cake as well. Mona in
Yeah.
Louisiana. Jen Berry, carrot cake good in
Yeah.
Mona, Louisiana. Love Branson. Go there every year. Going in October. You have to go see Dino as well. And
Yes.
so the carrot cake, that's fantastic. There it is,
What's
bransoncake.com.
something? This is what gets me. Okay. You got a second? You got a second?
Oh, absolutely. What New Yorker doesn't?
Where are you gonna go? Okay, where are you gonna go?
Well, yeah, we're
Where are you
here.
gonna go?
We're in a pandemic.
Well, I forgot what I was going to tell you. Oh yeah, people come up to me and they say, "We love your carrot cake. Never heard you play the piano before. Spent my whole life practicing." And they talk more about the carrot cake than they do my piano playing. There's something wrong with this picture. I'm telling you.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure, it's fire. That's what I'm going to
Tell
play.
us about that. That is one of the most incredible pieces of music as well. And of course, from the Oscar winning film. Tell us about how that came about for you, Dino.
Well, first of all, I did not write Chariots of Fire. I want to clarify that. A Greek wrote it. And he wrote it. And I thought, well, I want to play that. It's such a positive. And it's interesting because people, connecting with that theme everywhere I go. And they want it. They ask me to play it, no matter what concert I play, wherever I go. And of course, now on the June 15th, that'll be like an encore, probably. I'll be playing Chariots of Fire. And it went up for a Grammy. I thought that was amazing.
Is that amazing? Yeah. That's absolutely incredible. What's on your bucket list too, of all the amazing things you've done? I mean, obviously this virtual concert coming up, that's a big bucket list item, because it's a whole new thing, a whole new way of communicating and connecting and doing things with everybody. And it's going to be fantastic. But what are some other things you've done so much, Dino, that you still...
I really have. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Carnegie Hall, all of it. Yeah.
Ask Cheryl. I mean, I wake up every day with another idea, creative idea. But again, God puts those ideas in our spirit, and that's why I tell people, you need to step out, just don't sit around. Even through the virus thing, you should have been doing something, get on the internet, create your business at home, I mean,
yeah.
But you have to have that, what's that word I used? Resilience.
Resilience, yes.
Don't you like that word? I like that word.
That's a terrific word, yes, and really.
No matter, you will not be disappointed in any way. You're going to hang in there and make it work. And this is what I say about those that are, that are having a hard time physically and financially in every way. There's so much depression, Jim, in this world. I get so many comments on my Facebook. Please pray for me. I can't get out of this depression. And we try to help them. We bring them out and we pray with people and we talk to them and really try to inspire them. Music has a way of inspiring people and perking them up and getting them to forget about their problems, And I'm so glad that I'm able to do that. And then, of course, Cheryl, my wife, we sit together on this piano bench, and she reads some of her devotions and she speaks and she sings. And so we have a great time on our Facebook. It's Dino fan page. Some of you folks can go on there and see what we do. And we've been doing that every week. But of course, this is the first time now, Jim, this is the first time I'm really playing the piano for anybody. You know that.
I really appreciate that, my friend.
Because of my arm, I'm pretty surprised that I'm.
And you're knocking it out of the park.
Really. What's your favorite song?
Well, we have a world premiere exclusive, which is what this has been. You playing the piano since all of this.
That's right. What is your favorite song, Jim?
Oh boy.
What are your songs?
Oh boy, I love so much music. You know what? One of my mother's favorites is with the same name as your mother. She's always loved Unchained Melody.
Oh, I'm playing that. Some other song, and I played yesterday on the concert, and of course I'm playing Unchained Melody.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. And some other. It's another one of my father's favorites. Softly as I leave you. Softly, I will leave you softly. Da 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 da. This is tag team. I love it. Softly, I
Sing
will
it.
leave you softly, for my heart will break
Go ahead.
if you should wake and see me go. So I leave you softly. Yeah, you got it. Softly. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
So I leave you softly.
pretty song. I love the song.
Merlin is in Canada is saying, love this show. He can stay around as long as he wants. She actually, I know you're not necessarily doing requests, however, and you're a real sport, Rhapsody in Blue.
What I do is I play on where the arrangement. Let's see. Let's see.
Bravo,
That was really
bravo.
good, guys.
That is really, I tell you, that is fantastic. You know, it's almost like a physical workout for the arm in a way.
You know what?
You wouldn't know a thing. Yeah.
It is a good physical workout. Yeah, the therapist said it was that. So I do practice during the day and work on that. But it's getting better
Yeah. Yeah.
every day.
Maureen watches in Arizona. She works in the medical field and healthcare, and she runs home, jets home every day, so she doesn't miss the Jim Master Show live. She says, "Better late than never," and just in time to hear one of my favorite songs, beautifully played, Dino. Gershwin, fantastic. We have Sharon says we have a wonderful group on Dino's fan page. Really enjoying this interview time with Dino. Thank you very much. Claps from Crystal in Connecticut and hearts coming your way. And Joanne O'Neill, Dino is simply amazing. I'm a big Dino fan. Welcome to the show, everybody that's joining us for the first time, and all of our regular lovities here on the show. You know, it's nice when people come together. There are a lot of nice people out there. Sometimes
They really are. Yes.
We only see the negative. We only see all of the sad, horrific things that,
right.
you know, we do to one another. But my take, you want to know what my take has been on this whole situation in the last year? I think that a couple of energies came together, Dino. I think that the divine, I think Mother Nature, and I think the planet Earth combined energies and forces greater than ourselves. And they said, you know, enough, stop. Humans, stop. You've been given this wonderful gift of life. You've been given the bounties of this beautiful earth, the richness of this planet, and you're really starting to, you're fouling it up. You're shootings and violence and divisiveness and hatred and road rage, and every day, boom, we see something that tops the day before. So what we're going to do is we're in 2020, the start of a new decade, which is usually positive and everybody's excited and looking forward to it. We're going to throw in a pandemic, economic situation, political craziness, and civil unrest. And we're going to do it all at the same time. We want to see how you come together, roll up your sleeves, help one another, work your way through it, maybe rise from the ashes, and see if maybe you don't go back to normal. Maybe you attain better in a more empathetic, inspiring, caring, loving way. And that's been my hope through all of this, is that there's been teachable moments, there's been lessons learned as a result of one of the most unusual moments in our lives in human history, what we've globally experienced. They'll be writing about this or reading about this in history books in perpetuity for decades to come. And I think energies larger than us, planet Earth, Mother Nature, divine, came together and said, those humans think they're in control. We're in control, and we're going to put a pause on it and let them figure this out because we don't like the way things are working.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's good, Jim. You're preaching there again. That's good. I like that.
I've been
That's why
told
people
many
watch your
times
show.
I should be a minister. Yeah.
No, that's why people watch your show, because you have some good thoughts. I want to mention before, I know we're going over our time, but I can't believe it's been an hour. Has it been an hour?
It doesn't feel like it, does it? It doesn't.
No, we're
Every
having
guest
fun.
says it never feels like it. I
No,
know.
but I just wanted to say this one thing, that if anything we need is peace in this world and in our lives. Quite a few years ago, I came up with a series called Peace, P-A-C-E, in the midst of the storm. It started with my first CD called Peace in the Midst of the Storm. And I wrote it specifically for my daughter who had multiple sclerosis when she was 17 years old. One of the greatest enemies for MS patients is stress. Stress. Stress comes, pain comes. And this applies for even if you don't have an MS. So God was telling me, you need to play some peaceful music with the sound effects. So you have the wind in the background and the ocean and all these nature sounds, you know. And so anyway, I recorded the first one. My record company wasn't sure. They said, oh, that's kind of new agey, whatever. I said, listen, I'm telling you, when I played this for my daughter, pain left her. She didn't have any pain because she relaxed in this music.
Right.
So that first album came out. I didn't know if it was going to sell anything. Well, that was one of my biggest albums. So much so that the company calls me now and says, would you do a second one? And then that did well, which is called All Creation Sings Peace. Let me show it to you real quick. You got a second?
Oh, of course. For you, Dino, a second.
Let me show you.
We've got 2 seconds at least.
Let's see if I can find them. Here they are. Look.
Hey, Dino, I've got your back.
You got my back. Okay, good. Someone's got to have my back. Hold on.
Yeah. And now they get to see your chair, which they
Now
love.
you got my rear.
Yeah. They love to see the
Okay, I want to
guest
show you
chairs.
this. I'm very excited about this, guy.
This is
Who's
fantastic.
ever watching. Okay, so this is the first one. Peace in the Midst of the Storm. CD. Wind Beneath My Wings. I've got a lot of great music that's so relaxing with the sound effects of nature. That one did so well that we did a second one called All Creation Sings Peace. This is, again, more of the brook and the sounds of the birds. And this is a good one, too. Third one, Majestic Peace. This is a little more like Colorado mountain kind of music, whatever that sounds like, but it's kind of, mountain stuff. Very, very cool. Then Cheryl, our daughter, that was helped by all this music, said, Dad, I could help you write maybe one of the CDs. And she called it Rhythm of Peace. I said, that's a great title. And she and I sat down and we wrote 5 of the cuts on here. And this has rhythms on it, real cool rhythms, called Rhythm of Peace. And then Classical Peace, Moonlight Sonata, and all these beautiful classical themes. And there's a Christmas one called Peace, A Christmas, A Time for Peace. That's Cheryl's favorite because it's got the sounds of Christmas in the background, and I'm playing songs like and it goes on to another Christmas song.
I play Christmas music, and a couple of my friends do, throughout the year, believe it or not. One of my favorite Christmas songs, believe it or not, is, I love What Child Is This, but I love Oh Come All Ye Faithful.
So there's
I know, and I have them.
Right. This is the Peace series, it's called. So let me tell you what I did, Jim. You're gonna be real proud of me.
Sharon says the entire Peace series is so clearly inspired. Sweet peace, heavenly peace. She has the whole series. Yeah.
So what I did, and I did this for my people because I decided that a thumb drive, I could put every one of these CDs on a thumb drive. I've got 6 CDs in this little gizmo here. Plug it in and let that piece music from one album to the next all day play in your house or wherever you are, in your office. If you're a student, this is great background music. It's all on a thumb drive. It's the yellow thumb drive right there.
What a cool idea,
today.
huh?
And people have purchased this they're buying by the dozens. They're buying this. I want to give these out to my friends.
Yeah.
Some guy was in the hospital. It says, send me 12 of those. I want to give these out to the nurses and the doctors and everything. So this is a great tool to bring peace and calmness into your life. And then what I did, I also did this. I recorded 101 hymns on the red one right here. It's called 101 Hymns. That's in this hymn book. So these two right here. The peace is a great one for relaxation. The hymns you could sing along with. Grandma would love them. Your family would love to have this for just singing along on a Sunday morning if they want. But if you're not making the pitch again. See,
no, hey, no, it's your music and it's great stuff.
Someone else to do it, they say. Get someone else to do it. But nobody does it better than I can.
That's right. It's you know why you do it, and
so you can get these on dinocake.com. You go there and you'll see, and this one's like only $35. You're saving.
And you have hours of music on there.
And if you were to buy 6 CDs.
Yeah.
And actually, it's 35 or whatever you want to give. It's almost like a donation.
Yeah,
the hymns one too. But get on Dino Cake, 24-karat cake. You'll love my cakes. And
tell us about this gorgeous piano that you are using. It looks beautiful.
This piano?
Yeah.
This piano, we had a flood, major flood in our house here in Branson. Lost the house, my pianos, everything was floating around. And I said, okay, God, what's going on? You know, and a few weeks, I think, after that, I had no pianos. I lost 2 of my pianos in the house. Someone called me from a foundation and said, Dino, you go out there and find yourself wherever you want. Go to New York, Los Angeles, wherever you can find a piano. I will buy you that piano. And I said, thank you, Jesus. That was great. So I go to Springfield, Missouri, right up the road from Branson. I go to the piano store, Piano Craft it's called. Walked in there, and there was this piano. And I said, oh my gosh. I sat down and I played it. And I love the tone of this. And I said, where did this come from? He said, we just got it from the New York Metropolitan Opera House. It was one of their pianos there. Pavarotti sang with it.
Wow.
Great opera singers.
Boy.
Now, if you don't think that's God, I mean, come on. I was there waiting for me.
That was a divine intervention if I ever heard one.
That was a divine intervention. And I love the tone. It just sings, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here's another one. So I leave you with that song.
That
I'll
is
be seeing you.
That is
June 15th.
Very well done. Very well done.
How do you like that?
I love that, my friend. I love that. We have one quick clip we do want to show, and I would love to show it while you're here, because maybe then you can tell us a little bit about that very special night. This particular clip, it's really fantastic. We're pulling it up. It is your show, and it's the Piano Love Song Medley. Tell us a little bit about this.
Oh, that was at the Grand Palace here in Branson, Missouri. That was in our show, and I'm kind of forgetting what did I play?
We shall find out. We are going to surprise our very special guest.
I hope it's good.
Well, I tell you, the place looked like it was packed, and everybody.
3,000 people. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here it is. And then we'll have Dino back to wrap, and we'll tell you more about the incredible virtual concert coming up. He's very excited. He and his team have been working incredibly hard, working in television, working in radio, working in production. And, as I do, as all of you know, I have for years. This is a monumental effort that they're putting together from a virtual standpoint. Yeah. So it's going to be amazing. But here's a little Piano Love Song medley from our special guests, the one and only Dino, here on the Jim Master Show Live.
What do you think? Oh, what a show off. But anyway, they wanted transitional music. By the way, that was my wife, Cheryl. In case you're interested. Thank you. And now, I'm all alone with you. Yeah. Get used to it. This music is from me to you. Enjoy. Love is of many splendid things. The theme from Gone with the Wind. Unforgettable. Now, for all my anniversary couples in the audience and those who are truly in love, this is for you. on, sing it. That's enough. Just teasing. Actually, it sounded very nice. Come on, sing the rest, please. Sing that last phrase again, please. Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't think you were that old. That's good. All right. Now I'm going to see how old you really are. This goes way back. Let's see if you recognize this one. Here it is. Oh, really? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. On a happy note. Oh my goodness, I can do this all evening and just sit there and listen. Well, the show must go on. Thank you so much.
The show must go on.
Really beautiful. I just want to show you some of the wonderful comments coming in here. Ann Wozniak, who's watching in Jacksonville, Florida, says, "Thank you, Dino, for this incredible and soul-refreshing evening." I love that. Soul-refreshing. That's a beautiful way to put it. Juanita in South Africa, this is an unforgettable episode. Thank you, Dino, for spending time with us and sharing your beautiful music. Mary Bishop, who is a wonderful fan of yours, and she asked me to have you come on the show as well, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Mary, who's watching in Florida. Matter of fact, Mary, I have a little tea in the Pine Island, Florida mug you sent me from beautiful Pine Island, Florida. Cheers to you, Mary Bishop. She says, "Thank you for the beautiful music and your wonderful words of inspiration, Dino. God bless you." And Jane, who's watching in, I love this. Jane is watching intently in Sweden, where it's already tomorrow, late into the evening. She's one of our true lovelies. She says, "Dino, your hands seem to fly over the piano. They just sort of just fly over the keys." That's beautiful. Kathleen says, "Beautiful and soothing." She's in New York City. And Chair Trellis says, "Incredible pianist. Thank you for sharing." Suzanne Gray says, "Please tell Dino hi for me." So there you go. He hears it. And she goes, Jane in Sweden, "It's hard not to enjoy this. Bravo." You're amazing. You really are. And you like to have a good time with the audience, a wonderful sense. Yeah, a wonderful sense of humor. What are some of the things that continue to bring you joy and great blessing in your life I mean, you've been doing this for a while. You could easily be kicking back in your swinging hammock in the yard saying, I've done good. I've done my thing. But you love engaging with people. You love inspiring them. You're placed on the planet to do that through song and through word. What are some of those continued joys and blessings in your life that cause you to continue to want to connect, create, and share with all of us, my friend?
Well, what I just heard in the comments, that's a joy in my heart to know that people are enjoying the music, and it's bringing peace and love and all these wonderful emotions, that people can feel through the piano and through my interpretation of the songs. And I love to call myself playing the music of the people. That means this is the music people love to listen to. Now I can sit and play classical music all day, and I love classics. Or I can sit and play all kinds of, romantic songs and also gospel songs. I do that. That's some of my favorite to play. But to be able to play a variety of music is something that always touches the heart. Like you said, your mother loved Unchained Melody, and that brings so many wonderful memories. That would bring all these great memories in her life. And so that's what I like to do. And I love when people request. And if I don't know the song, I'll just say I don't know it. We did that before, and Jim tried to teach me a melody. I vaguely remembered and tried to play it, and he was singing it beautifully. But the greatest
and you did a nice job.
we did good. We didn't take it on the road, Jim. We got to take it on the road.
That's right.
Jim loves us too, because this is what he does. He loves to bring love and happiness to people's lives, and give some real wonderful thoughts of meditation, things that will, even from the Bible and through experiences and what have you. And I know a lot of people that are watching right now are people that love God, and I think that's wonderful, because He's the only answer to our situation in this world, in our lives. There are people that may have bought, I get folks that say, I just went through a divorce, and I'm just, it's so hard on me, and I cry every day, and I turn you on, and you bring some peace and happiness into my, well, that's what it's all about. I'm not here to just entertain myself, although I love playing, and I have fun doing it, and it's entertaining to me and inspiring, because like I did a while ago, I was just playing, and I was just, into the music that helps me. But there's something about music that cleanses things out. It just gets rid of all that stuff that we don't need in our lives. So this is like a mission to me. It's like being able to minister to people to the music that they love listening to, because it does bring a lot of very positive memories into their lives. And that's my ultimate joy. It really is.
Yeah.
And I love when people actually, like you said, you have my CDs and so on. And over the years, people have been listening to my music and play it. Some lady wrote me the other day, I play your music every day. It just brings peace into my house, into my family. That's a wonderful comment to me. I appreciate that so much.
Could you have ever thought, when you were growing up there near Lincoln Center area, that this is how things would turn out, and the millions of people whose lives you've touched through your music and your inspiration, when you were taking those lessons and learning at an early age? Could you have ever thought that it would be like this in such a beautiful, blessed way?
Well, I was hoping it would be, and I always like to expand my base, and I think June 15th will do that. And those that join in will help me do that. If those that are watching, if you enjoyed what you're hearing through our words and my music, please get that ticket. Get it as soon as you can. We want to show this company that's never had a gospel artist, show them that there are people out there that love this kind of music and they want to hear it. If it were up to me, it'd be free. This is the deal. But if the production is, there's going to be.
But to do it the way you want to do it, there's costs involved.
There's lighting, the stereo sound, and all of that. Of course, that's the budget that they have, and they like to recoup that. But at the same time, it shows them that this is what people want to hear today. Let's come back to that.
Yes. Well, and you look at, some of the incredible comments that are still coming in from what people are saying here. It's really amazing. Crystal in Connecticut is saying, thank you for sharing your incredible gift and inspiring us. Dino, it's the best music I have heard. And Merlin in Ontario, Canada, have you heard of Kataro? She asked if you knew Kataro. I guess that's another, I have a lot of Kataro as well. Really beautiful comments coming in here. Christopher Joseph is saying, we need more of your music, especially in these upending times.
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Definitely.
You got a good following, Jim. It's great.
We have created a wonderful community of people around the world who have, and they, like I know you have heard through the years, through your beautiful work, they have poured their hearts out in private messages and texts and emails about how they are moved and inspired by what we're doing here on the show. The levity, the light, we're learning. Every show is something different. It's conversational, it's warm, freestyle, and we like to lift people up through it all. And that, you know how it works, Dino. That just gives you the juice, the energy, and motivates you more to want to continue to do more to touch people's lives, doesn't it?
That's what June 15th is going to do.
Yes.
It'll inspire me to continue, and they'll want to do more of it. See, that's why I need the support of the folks that are watching right now. If they just get on there and go get your ticket Together Again with Dino, and that makes a comment saying, this is what we want you to play more of on your, whatever these virtual concerts are. Whoever else is coming in.
And there's that website, stellartickets.com, Again, we're talking, this is June 15th, 2021. So if you're watching this 6 months from now, Dino's probably got another one that he's doing. I will keep you posted. I think we just started a new thing here. But Together Again with Dino, this is June 5th, 2021, June 15th, and stellartickets.com. And again, the other website that you want to know about, the delicious bransonCake.com. I mean, that'll lead you to a lot of other tasty things, and the music.
Also this music on the thumb drives. This is a lot of music right here. There's over 6 CDs on this. It's all piece. This is, if I could, I would send this to everyone. I've given these out myself, but I would send this to everyone that needs to have. I mean, everyone needs to have this, because it brings peace, the softness of the music. You lay back in bed and just close your eyes and let me just put you to sleep. That's a compliment in my case here.
Do you have a
if
preference?
I put you to sleep, that's good.
Then that's a good thing. Do you, because you're transporting us to a different time and place of peace and serenity, do you have a preference of playing solo? Or do you like to play backed by a full orchestra, or either work for you? Well,
June 15th is going to be solo mostly.
It's going to be you, Dino.
It's like you and me. I'm there with you. We're connecting. And I don't know if you noticed, when I play sometimes I look into the camera because I want to feel like I'm really connecting with the people and showing them that I really love them and want to help them in any way if this music will help them. And so to answer your question, I love the big symphony too. When I play these huge numbers, it's very, very dynamic. And I've done that. And I've got CDs with the symphonies, and I got CDs with just piano. A lot of people say, Dino, I prefer just hearing you, and that's fine. Thank you. I prefer you just hearing me too. But people have different tastes. The one album that has symphony on it is called Miracles.
Yes.
Miracles. It's spectacular. We did this as a project for Israel. And it's got the miracles of the Bible. This is like Cecil. What is Cecil D?
Cecil B. DeMille.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's that
blockbuster.
It's very dynamic and describes the different miracles in the Bible. Like when I play. Behind that, it's absolutely amazing. It really, really is. Exodus.
Absolutely amazing. Defines you, my friend. We wish you so much love and joy and success with this June 15th concert and everything else that you're doing. And this really has been extraordinary. I knew that we would just connect within seconds, kindred spirits in many different ways. And you've done good, kid. If you went back to the old neighborhood, they would say, you've done good, kid.
West Side Story, it's called. West Side Story.
Right. That's a West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Right. And would you believe we had George Chakiris on the show a couple of weeks ago, who starred in the movie? He was a guest on. Yes, a proud Greek, absolutely. And he was on the show. Of course, he starred with Rita Moreno in West Side Story. Really fantastic
Yeah, he was
evening.
amazing in West Side Story.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you like television music, film scores, things of that nature for yourself as well?
Well,
Composing and
my next project with my daughter Christina is called Ivory Cinema, and I'm not going to give you too much information on that because
I think I'm very intuitive because I seem to have these.
you are very intuitive. You are. It's a gift you got, but it's very. Oh, I can't even explain it. Out of this world, and it sounds you never heard before. And I play the piano. The composer is Eric Satie, Setie, and he's written these short piano pieces that are really kind of, I mean, not dark, but really soft, and his tones and his intervals are so different. So our Christina, my daughter, has taken that music and programmed the cello behind it and some unbelievable sounds from outer space. You got it. Someday you're going to hear it. That's going to be our next project coming out.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't wait to hear that and add that to the collection too, my friend. That's going to be.
And that could be a movie score music. That's what it says. Ivory Cinema.
What would be, before we wrap, maybe a message?
Are you sure we're going to wrap or we're going to keep?
No, I think I'm going to come over. I'll bring the coffee. I'll refill that mug and you can bring out the carrot cake, right?
We've been wrapping now for about an hour.
Now, don't tell me that this whole time Cheryl has been holding the camera, because if so, she must be like Wonder Woman.
No. She actually fixed it where, like I told you, we're a mom and pop thing here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if people knew what we went through to make sure everything,
remember?
We only deliver the best product possible.
Laugh, though? At first it was too high, right?
It was like,
wait, till I tell you this.
It's like an earthquake.
we have dogs. We have a German Shepherd. It's an Aussie miniature.
Oh,
and I'm surprised not here. He really likes the music and everything. But Cheryl's back there controlling it.
Yeah.
And then we have a little poodle this big. She's 16 years old. Her sister just passed away. That was sad.
Sorry, yeah.
But we've had it. She's hanging in there, 16 years old, and she's tiny. She's this tiny. Her name is Macy. So of course, you have papers where they do their, So we go buy these boxes of, multi-purpose absorbent pads. I just read it off the box. So we use that, and we put this iPad on top of that. People only knew they wouldn't.
What you do? Yeah.
Over dog pads box. Story of our lives. There we are. We love dogs, by the way.
You do, yeah.
Nothing like I always say this: if you don't love animals, you don't know how to love.
Right.
You don't know how to love because they depend on you solely.
Yeah.
And you got to read their, just feed them whenever they need to eat and so on, and there's such great companionship. How do we get on the dog stories now?
It's an unconditional love.
Unconditional
animals.
Love.
Yeah. Right.
That's right.
It's an unconditional love.
That sounds like our God. Unconditional love.
Lots of levity. Yeah.
Lots of levity. I love that.
Merlin goes, pets, because when we get on pets and kids and food, and they love it. Then the whole conversation starts with all the levity viewers.
We love our pets. We love our pets.
There was somebody who's sort of my sidekick, and he makes an appearance every once in a while on our show, who is joining us, and he just wants to send his regards. Mr. George Burns was with us this evening.
Hey, George. And with the cigar.
Right there. See it?
That's a great piece there.
Isn't it?
Where'd you get that?
My mother's sister. My mother's the youngest of 16. As I mentioned, we were chatting before we went on the air. And my Aunt Lillian collected dolls. She has since passed. So her daughter, Barbara, said, hey, Cousin Jim, would you like to have the George Burns doll? He comes in a special wrapping, a special box. He's got the whole certification.
He's beautiful.
This is a collector's thing on the pedestal and everything.
Turn him around. Let me see the back.
Fully clothed.
Wow.
The whole bit.
And it looks just like him. Wow.
I tell you, really up close and everything. Isn't it
It
amazing?
really does.
So
Yeah.
this was a particular one that came out when he turned 100.
Okay.
So it was for in commemoration of his 100th birthday, right?
You know, he
So
came to Branson.
yes, yes,
You
he
know,
did.
back then we had a lot of celebrities.
Oh,
I
Andy
had
Williams had his.
Andy
Andy
Williams. Yeah, you
Williams.
know, a lot
Did
of
you ever
people.
meet Andy Williams?
Oh yeah, I did shows with him.
I always wish I did. I always
Yeah,
just his
yeah.
voice and just his personality. One of the best, Mr.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. Chris was a big time here in Branson. That's
Oh
the
yes,
biggest shows for sure.
yeah.
But whenever you come to Branson, guys, you got to come to 24 Karat Cake Cafe.
That's
And
right.
I
You
meet
have a
down there.
cafe,
Yeah, I go in
which
there a lot when I'm in town, and I meet the people. We sit down, have a cup of coffee, and we chew the rag, as they used to say.
there it
I never
is.
I never knew what that meant, but
Chew the rag. It's like chew the fat, right?
chew the
What a
fat.
cool thing to have that, huh?
Yeah. Now we're
Boy.
not at this location. This is an old location.
That's an old one.
We're
So
now on
you've
Main
probably
Street,
are you
right
expanding?
downtown. That's in Hollister. That's the first one we did.
First one.
But we're now on Main Street. Great location.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Moving on up to the east side.
Exactly. You got it.
You're amazing. And again, I just want to show this photo of you and Cheryl, because Cheryl was so instrumental in helping us this evening. We love her, and I hope we get a chance, my friend, to meet
We'll
in
get on
person.
the show sometime.
Yes, yeah, it would be wonderful to have her on. She's more than welcome, and I hope we all get a chance to meet in person. I would really love
I
that,
hope so too.
and break bread and converse. That would
Now
be
we could meet. We're going to come together when, Jim?
June 15th.
Thank
That's
you.
right, June 15th.
7 p.m. Get your
Se-
ticket tonight. Go on there tonight and get it. Because the quicker we get those tickets piling up, they're going to say, wow, there's going to be a great attendance. And
Right. Well, that's the thing too, because you're working with a group where you're like the very first of the
Yeah.
gospel artists who are.
say it, Jim, guinea pig. It's
yeah,
called
you're-
guinea pig.
yeah. Yeah, I always sweeten everything up. Gospel
I know you
artists
do. I
who
love
are
it.
they
It's
are,
good.
welcoming to the
You're
family.
good.
And stellartickets.com to give them for Together with Dino.
Try with music.
Da, 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 da.
Sound of Music. I'll be playing a medley from Sound of Music that night.
That is cool. You are a great sport. You're a great guy. And this really was epic. I hope that the show met, Dino, whatever expectations you had, and that you enjoyed the time with me as much as I certainly
I've
have with
enjoyed it.
you.
I really have. The 2 hours went real quick.
I tell you, that's what every guest says. It doesn't feel like it, right? It just sort of zips by having a conversation. Jane, who's still with us, what a trooper in Sweden, says, this was a great show, Jim. Thanks, Jim. And Dino, Janet McClellan says, Dino and Cheryl, International Ministry, are so blessed by the Holy Spirit. So many followers at Janet McClellan. We love that. And
Great.
really beautiful. Merlin in Ontario says, bye-bye, Dino. It has been a blast.
Great.
And it really was. Thanks so much for all the
Where is
time.
Nico, where's Nico? Come here, Nico.
Oh, coming on in. A special
Come here,
guest.
Nico. Nico,
Oh.
my baby boy. Come on, come to Papa.
Even the
He likes
dog
to
is
be on the camera.
Greek.
Come here, come on. Oh, I want you to see him. Come here to Papa. He won't. No, he won't. Now, normally he'd be right here at my feet, jumping up on the piano.
This is his big
Come up,
15
Cheryl. I
minutes.
want people to see.
Big 15 minutes of fame, and he's being shy, huh?
Oh, he's a doll. He's great. Go to your mama. Come on. Like he knows, right? Come here.
Maureen works in healthcare in Arizona, and she says, I've absolutely loved every second. Thank you, Dino, for making my day better.
Oh,
I
that's
bet-
nice.
I bet you hear that a lot, right?
Oh, I love that. I mean,
Isn't that the best?
it's the best. The
Yeah.
very best.
So he doesn't want to come on screen, right? Well, we'll have
No,
him
why don't
back.
you so bad?
I know, huh?
Okay, wait a minute. I think. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Fingers crossed.
Don't let him go. Wait, hold on.
He's determined. Dino
My
is
boy.
determined. There we go.
Come here.
Ah,
Here's Nico. That's Nico.
beautiful. How old?
There he is.
How old is he?
Say hello to everybody. I'm telling you, this dog is
He's-
amazing. We
How
love
old
him.
is he? How old?
9 months.
9 months.
9 months.
Beautiful.
And this is how big he's going to be. This is it. It's my little Greek dog. All right?
Wow.
Can you get Papa sugar? Get Papa sugar. He knows he's on the. He knows he's
What-
on the.
What
TV.
song do you think best represents his personality?
Oh, I don't know. I think. Oh my goodness, he's. What do you? Let me think. What would fit his personality?
Something.
He likes to run around
Yeah.
and loyalty. I haven't played that in years.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Something like that, right?
Yes. How much is that doggy in the window? Yes. That was Patty Page, right?
It was.
I interviewed her on PBS.
You know the words?
No. Da, 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 da. Patty Page, she was wonderful. I interviewed her on PBS,
Did you really?
and she was wonderful. Old Cape Cod, remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
stuff, right? Good stuff.
A lot of great songs. Another good one right there. And there's someone requested was it Misty? How does Misty go?
Oh, that's the Johnny Mathis song, right?
Oh no, it was this. Tide. Web Tide, is that what it's called? Ebb
Oh,
Tide.
Ebb Tide, yes. So you're thinking of the internet. That's why you said Web Tide.
I said
You're
Web
thinking
Tide.
of the virtual concert.
How does that go? Web Tide, I forgot. How's it go?
I like Cheryl in the background saying Ebb.
Ebb Tide, excuse me. Frank Sinatra sang that. It was beautiful, beautiful.
What is your personal favorite song?
My personal favorite song is. how great that was.
What a choice, and beautifully done by the brilliant Dino. Oh boy, that was really, and everybody was just commenting. Really beautiful. And I tell you, this has been not only a wonderful evening for us, but your left arm, I
My
think,
left
is
arm.
loving it.
Oh,
It's
thank God. Oh,
yeah. I mean, and I was thinking about it too as you were lifting the dog. It says, is he gonna be able to do that? And look what happened.
yeah.
You know.
Well, I've done a lot of therapy, and I'm still this is therapy, I guess, while I'm playing. This helps. It really does. And if anyone has had the surgery, I know a lot of people have had that surgery. Therapy is very important. You have to do that, and keep moving that arm and expanding your reach. I'm still trying to get it way up like that by itself.
Yeah.
But the main thing is this: that I'm able to do this. I think
Yes.
that's the main thing. Jim, it was great talking with you.
Absolutely. Juanita, we were saying that song name was How Great Thou Art.
Yes.
In South Africa, she says, what they say is, How Goed is You, which is how great thou art. See?
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful,
Cool.
beautiful, beautiful.
I like that.
Yeah. Thanks so much for spending all this time with us, my friend. You are amazing. And again, really, you're a national treasure, and we love having you here. We're going to keep the porch light on for you. You, Cheryl, you're welcome back anytime. Spread the word about our show. We would love that. We'll continue to spread the word about your virtual and everything else that you're doing. And I love the time with you, and I hope you enjoyed yourself this evening.
Thank you. Someone's at the door.
Someone's at the door. I bet they're coming over with some carrot cake.
I hope so. I'm ready.
Thanks so much, my friend. This was a pleasure, and bless you. And I hope we get a chance to see you soon, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you. I really did. Thank you.
You have a good night. Thanks again.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye, Dino.
Bye-bye.
Someone's at the door, and they're coming with carrot cake and coffee. Wow, wasn't that fantastic? Yes, the one and only Dino Kartsonakis, live from his home with his lovely wife, Cheryl, who was doing yeoman's work behind the scenes. It was very funny. He was mentioning what it was like. They were trying to get the right camera angles, and the camera was pointing up, then it was pointing down, then it was actually, it started out where it was reversed, where it was on Cheryl. And then they were trying to figure out, how do we got to get it reversed, because we got to get Dino on the piano, his beautiful and lovely piano. There, see it? There's not a beautiful, beautiful spot there. Yeah. That's where they were in Branson, Missouri, there at their beautiful home. And so there was a little bit of a finagling that had to be done to get that camera on their angle to flip to, so you could see that beautiful piano and Dino there at the piano. And she was holding it, and she was holding it up, and then she had to find a certain spot for it, and it all worked out. And wow, huh? If you just heard about him for the very first time, Google him. You'll see all the years he's been around, and decades and decades of incredible work, incredible music, from the standards to the classics to sacred music to Christmas music to a lot of great music. And he has a good time, doesn't he? I knew that you guys would thoroughly enjoy the conversation with Dino. I'll mention again for him that concert he has coming up. Now, if you're watching this again months later, like you're watching this in August or maybe October or later on, 2 years from now, this won't be relevant. But for the purposes of the fact that we do this show live, there is a special concert that is coming up. It's a virtual with Dino, and he's going to be performing live, and he tickled those ivories for us tonight, and that was really, really cool, and we appreciate that. Yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now. This is just one example of extraordinary conversations and amazing entertainment, great guests, light, love, levity. We always have a good time. We have guests from all walks of life, all levels of success, celebrity, to everyday people, to sometimes just us, just the host and the Lovity viewers, and we have our host Lovity chats and theme shows and so much more. But tell everybody about our YouTube channel. We would love that. That really helps our show. Spread the word. Tell your friends about the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. 400 plus episodes we have done. You can see them all on our YouTube channel. Amazing entertainment and guests and inspiring conversations right there at Jim Masters TV on YouTube. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our live episodes, daily live episodes of the Jim Masters Show live, our surprise pop-up shows that we do, and we do a lot of other cool things. So there it is on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. And again, we thank very, very much our very special guest, Dino, for joining us here on the show. If you missed any of this, I know maybe a couple people came in late. Dino is amazing, and he really has a wonderful time on stage and off. There he is with his lovely wife, Cheryl, who was right there by his side. And he shared some wonderful, beautiful things with us too, as well, that I think first time he shared. Here is the concert coming up together again, Dino, and that's going to be amazing. And again, really, really wonderful that he is doing that, and really cool. And it's one of the first times he's done anything like that together again with Dino. One of the first times he's actually done something like that from a major virtual situation, not just having, a camera pointed at him in his living room, but a major, production. And there it is together again with Dino, my special guest tonight on the Jim Masters Show live. How cool, how cool, how cool was that, huh? Really, really great. We always have a good time here at the Jim Masters Show live. We love, bringing all of you here. And of course, you can find us 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific here on our YouTube channel. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Let's have a little host chat here before we wrap up. I want to let you know, we have a major weekend coming up tomorrow. Bob Ader is here. He is a legendary television, film, and stage actor extraordinaire. He's been in the business 60 years. So I'm sure there's, a production or two you've seen him in. He's amazing. He's here coming up tomorrow night. That is Friday. Again, we do our show live, so that's at the time of this broadcast. Then on Saturday, the one and only Rob Evan, actor, singer, songwriter, Broadway veteran, lead in so many monumental Broadway shows, also the co-creator of Rocktopia and so much more. Great friend of mine. I interviewed him also on public television. We've stayed in touch ever since. He invited me and some of my friends to come and colleagues to come to see Rocktopia, which we did, and it was fantastic. He's working on some new things as well. Matter of fact, he did a little teaser promo for us. He's with us on Saturday night live on the Jim Masters Show live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Hey guys, it's your old friend Rob Evan. Hoping you'll join me this Saturday, June 5th at 7 p.m. when I'll be live on the Jim Masters Show, talking all things Broadway, Rocktopia, the music industry. I'll be teasing some projects that I've got in development, and then also just shedding some light on this crazy year and a half that we've all had. Wow. I hope you'll join us. The information should be in the copy below. Come by, maybe sing a song or two. All right? Hope to see you there.
That's right. And he's going to be with us this Saturday. That's going to be really cool, and really appreciate him popping on. Again, the last time we saw each other, I believe, was when I interviewed him on PBS, and he's coming up on Saturday. Sunday, the one and only John Davidson. Yes, you know him from being a wonderful singer, songwriter, his appearances on many, many of the talk shows, The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, so many others. But also he was the host of Hollywood Squares, the game show. That's Incredible, and so many other game shows. Of course, he had his own daytime talk show series for a long time called The John Davidson Show. He has a new, really, really cool place up in New Hampshire, USA, and it's called Club Sandwich. And it's a great name because it's up in Sandwich, Massachusetts. This is John Davidson. This is the photo you're looking at. Again, in many, many movies, is a brilliant actor, singer, songwriter, terrific talk show host, game show host. He's a national legend as well. He's going to be on our show on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's going to be quite amazing. Then I just want to show you some of the other amazing people coming up. On Tuesday, the one and only Ruta Lee, Hollywood legend Ruta Lee. And you know what? She's going to be live from Mexico. That's right. She's on vacation in Mexico and at her home in Mexico. And Ruta Lee is going to be with us live from Mexico on Tuesday. On Monday, we have award-winning veteran television, film, and stage actress Sharon Garrison is going to be with us this Monday. Ruta Lee, again, is going to be with us on Tuesday. We're really, really looking forward to that. So many guests we have coming up next week. We also have Steph La Rochelle. She's going to be with us live from Canada. Now, she was in the Broadway hit Dear Evan Hansen, and so much more. She's a brilliant singer, songwriter, and actress, Steph La Rochelle. She's going to be coming up on our show. Yes. Next week, oh, this is going to be a fun night. Comedian and entertainer Al Ernst is going to be with us next week. Wait till you see how much fun that's going to be. He's really a cool guy. He's joining us on the show. We're looking forward to that. Also coming up, we have Malou Beauvoir. She's going to be on our show live from Brussels, Belgium. She is an amazing singer and songwriter. She's going to be live from Europe, and that's going to be coming up not this weekend, but the weekend after. That's right, the weekend after. She's going to be joining us, and that's going to be amazing. We also have coming up 1 week from this weekend a very popular pop band, October Project. They're going to be with us coming up. They're from New York City originally. They're wildly popular. As soon as I mentioned October Project was coming on the Jim Master Show Live, people were like, oh my God, I can't wait to see them. So that's going to be really, really something special and very, very cool. So we look forward to having them on our show. And that's just a few of the guests. We have Marion Ross coming, who played Mrs. Cunningham on Happy Days. And we have Rosalind Kind, who's a brilliant singer herself, an entertainer. She's the sister of Barbara Streisand. She's coming on the show, and so many others. You can see our YouTube channel for updates on some of the latest guests that are upcoming. Also on our events section of our Facebook page. We also have a Facebook group for the Jim Masters Show, and it's JMS Live Levity Hall. JMS Live Levity Hall is our Facebook group we have for this entertainment lifestyle talk show series. Check it out. Everybody's welcome. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV as well. So we are booked, I think, most of every day all the way till the end of July. Now, this is the beginning of June, and I'm talking about 7 days a week. It's really incredible. Once again, we thank our very special friend, Dino Kartsonakiis. He is amazing. He's incredible. And again, there is that concert coming up. And one more time, we will show you the link. Again, if you're watching this later, past June 15th, and again, this is for something that's happening coming up now, but stellartickets.com, together again with Dino. And cool stuff. That's going to be quite an event. And just like our series is, our show, Jim Masters Show Live, quite an event. Have a great night, Jim. Good night, all. Lovely hugs to you as well. Kathleen in New York, Mary Bishop in Florida. Thank you again, Mary. I know you're very blessed and joyful tonight that Dino came on our show. Really great guest. Good night to you as well. And again, we toast you, Mary. We've got to toast you with our mug that you sent me as a beautiful gift, and that special package you sent from warm and sunny Florida, Pine Island, Florida, with love from Mary Bishop right there on the screen. That's nice. Just a little tea, like a little iced tea, something refreshing. Joanne O'Neill, welcome, Joanne. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, and you'll be a regular Lovity viewer on the Jim Masters Show Live, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And if you miss anything, you can see all the episodes archived. Awesome, Jim. I'll be sure to look out for you. Thank you. It was a wonderful time. Thank you as well. Joanne O'Neill, we appreciate you being with us. You're now a Lovity, just like everybody else. Couch, blanket, pillow equals Jen is Zen. Perfect. Jen is Zen. Good night, Jim and Lovities. Thank you for another epic show. My pleasure. We do work behind the scenes quite hard and long. Very little sleep putting these shows together. I eat like once or twice a day if I'm lucky. You know why? Because I work on the air and television and radio in the daytime in my professional world. So it gets really busy doing that. And then I host and produce this show. And all day long, we're working on booking the guests and getting the content together and promoting and just making sure everything is right. And no bulbs are burned out on our set or anything for that matter. Our beautiful set we have here. Don't you like it? Kind of cool. The Jim Master Show Live, as you guys have dubbed it, Lovity Hall. Wonderful show tonight, Jim. I share it every night. Thank you. You're the best. Kathy in Cleveland, Ohio. Enjoy the rest of your evening as well in Cleveland. And Maureen in Arizona, wishing you all a great rest of your day. Sending peace and lovity hugs around the world. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love it. Juanita says to Joanne, every night right here. That's right, Juanita. I appreciate that. Good stuff. You guys are terrific. Scroll through a couple more here and then we'll wrap up. Go stretch those legs. I forgot to tell him to stretch his legs. Well, he already stretched his legs because they had a doorbell ring and neighbors were stopping by with carrot cake, maybe? I'll have to ask him what that was that they brought over. That was a fantastic episode, Jim. Really enjoyed it. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much. And I appreciate that. Juanita in South Africa, you get a good sleep. One of our troupities. We have Lovities, then we have the troupities. Troupities really dig in deep. They are with us like night in, night out through. I mean, Juanita watched us through a flood in South Africa. She was up to her knees in water and she still watched our show. Merlin has watched from Canada, buried in snowstorms. I mean, our Lovity viewers are troupities, and it's late at night in South Africa, and Jane in Sweden, where it's already tomorrow. You guys are great. We've welcomed so many new people to our show as well who have been with us live. And then so many of you also, I realize not everybody watches every show every night because we have lives, but I'm always here for you. If you miss anything, watch the rerun or the archived version on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. But I just think it's amazing how many new people are discovering our show. So continue spreading the word. That really, really, truly helps our show. That allows us to continue to deliver the content, subscribing to the channel. We have super chat and super stickers emojis. That's something new on YouTube. You see it in the comments. That helps the channel as well. All these cool things. Janet McClellan, welcome to the party. And I hope you'll be with us regularly, Janet. Fantastic show. Jim, if you're wondering where we broadcast this show out of, here in the United States, in the greater New York area, along the beautiful and historic and scenic southern New England coast between New York and Boston. That's where the show generates from every single night. Thanks, Jim, for the lovely night of music. And Dino, hope you and the Lovities have a great night. Hugs to all. The color shirt looks great on you. Yeah, it's like a deep royal blue. I don't know if it's looking black on your screen, but it's like a deep royal blue color. Maybe you can see. There you go. You see the color there? It's like a deep royal blue, and it's very, very soft. It is, it's almost like a trifecta of fabrics. It has a little bit of silk in it, a little bit of cotton, and a little bit of acrylic, like polyester, a little bit in it. So it just bounces right back. It doesn't wrinkle. Now I'm doing a commercial. You know what? I should get a men's clothing line going. Masters Threads or something. The Masters Threads. Oh, I like that. The Masters Threads. It doesn't wrinkle, which is nice. It's perfect, because sometimes I'm on flights. There's a lot of luggage involved, and you got to whip out a quick shirt, and you can't always have wrinkled shirts, and you don't have time to iron. So thanks, Jim, for the lovely night of music, Dino. Hope you and the Lovelies have a great night. Hugs to all. Thanks again. That's the shirt comment. Thank you, Mona. And Maureen says, what an amazing gift Dino has. I'm so grateful for for his time tonight to hear some of this incredible music. I knew you guys would enjoy it. Boy, do we have variety on this show, don't we? There's something for everybody. Every night is something different and something special and something unique. You learn more about me, you learn more about yourselves, and you learn more about these amazing friends of mine and guests that sort of come in and stop by. JMS Live. We've built something quite unique. We don't just chat and run. We don't just talk about the book or the concerts or the movies. We really engage here, and it's a beautiful thing. Wow, what an amazing show from Merlin in Canada. Thank you very much. Christopher Joseph, I know you haven't been around for a while, but it's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is good on your end, Christopher. Great show. Night all to you as well, Christopher Joseph. And how great thou art. Absolutely. Thank you, Crystal in Connecticut. I appreciate that as well. And a couple more and we will wrap up. And Kathleen, thank you very much. You're amazing. Lovely hugs. Kathleen supporting us with, that's the super chat. And we get to highlight, get special colors and emojis, and we get to really concentrate on that. And that's you're so beautiful, Kathleen. I appreciate that. That's what super chat looks like. And then I guess there's super emojis that YouTube has, which you can do as well. And again, it does help our show with all this production and everything that we do. But thank you, Kathleen. Lovely hugs too. And you had your vaccine. So I know you said it feels like you can sleep like Rip Van Winkle for a year. You may be a little tired. So you just rest easy. And I'm so blessed that you joined us the day you had the vax. You know, I thought maybe you'd be sleeping. You'll probably go to sleep now. So you just rest easy. We had a good show. And thank you for being with us. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hey, Jen, where are the cool balloons? All right, Jen, you weren't with us last night. Look back at the episode we had with Lance McVicker, the incredible guitarist and songwriter. We had a lot of music. We had a lot of great conversation. And you saw the balloons really popping out last night. But if you look closely on our set, Jen is Zen there in Pennsylvania. I will point to them. See my arm, my right arm? Right there. You see that heart right there? See that heart right there? There's actually two more on this side. There's the guitar, of course. There's one heart there, and there's, I think, two more right there. Those are the remaining heart balloons that we had right about here when we had our 1-year epic anniversary celebration episode with all the special guests and everybody. So they're still hanging in. The air is coming, so they're getting lower. The other night they were like up here floating around. Now they're there. They're sort of like a silhouette. But those are the remaining moments of the balloons. There they are. See, they're right there, smiling at you over in our red section. Let's see if we pan a little bit there. See them? Now you see them just above the guitar there as well. And cool stuff. There they are. You got it. And then down below the guitar, there is that. Oh, there we go. There is that. That was a fast camera move. There is that Loveity Hall sign that Karen Campbell Green sent us right there. It says, "Welcome to Loveity Hall." And that's always there in front of the guitar. So yes, thank you for panning. I appreciate that. And good stuff, gang. Couple more comments and we will wrap. Wishing you all a great night, a great rest of your day. Sending peace and lovely hugs all around. And Juanita says, "LOL, Jim, I was rowing for signal when she was in that monsoon in South Africa. Cold now. I keep forgetting, I'm talking about warm weather and summer, and you're going into your winter. South Africa and Australia, and you guys are entering winter. Cool now, and we have load shedding. So I'm watching from underneath the blankets." Well, so you and Jen and Zen are doing the same thing, because Jen and Zen in Allentown, Pennsylvania, couch, blanket, pillow, Jen and Zen. So you guys are tucked nicely in your You're tucked there away nicely in your fantastic couch, blankets, beds, whatever it may be. You guys are the best. So we have amazing guests coming up. We have lots of entertainment, inspiring conversation, and a lot of surprises coming up too. A few things that I can't mention that we are working on here on the Jim Masters Show live. You missed an episode, gang. See them all 24/7, 365 on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. All right, that's a wrap. Good stuff. Night of music, inspiring conversation, light, love, levity, and including carrot cake, Dinos carrot cake. That made me hungry. We don't have any in the house. We're going to have to get some of that carrot cake. We're going to have to get some of that. Now we're going to scurry through the house looking for anything sweet after seeing that carrot cake. Whew. Cool stuff. I know. We started talking about food and pets with Dino. Yeah, he blended right in with it. Good stuff. All right. Gang, we love you all. Thanks for being with us in this episode of the Jim Masters Show Live, where we always have a good time, freestyling, conversational, good stuff. And we will be back tomorrow night, just looking at more of these comments coming in. Don't forget to smile, gang. Don't forget to share the levity. Don't forget to find your Zen place. Mine, of course, the ocean, swimming, surfing, boogie boarding, sailing it. You're looking at the Atlantic Ocean there. And can't wait to get in it soon and swim it, surf it, boogie board it, sail it. It's not quite the weather to dive in yet, but getting closer. We just need a few more warm days. Love my work in television and radio and stage, on air, on camera, behind the scenes all these years. That is another Zen place for me as well. Thanks for joining us on the Jim Masters Show Live, gang. You are the best. We have the best viewers, the best audience. They are the lovities. Yes, our lovely squad, as well as the troupities. And you guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. You guys have lots of heart and soul and a good appetite too. Goodness, that cake looks delicious. Wonder if he ships to South Africa. I don't doubt it. I bet he does. All right, gang, we're going to ship off and scurry for something sweet now that we're hungry, looking at Dino's carrot cake there in Branson, beautiful Branson, Missouri. Oh boy. And one more comment has made its way in here. And let's take a look at that right now. That is, I wanted to swim in the mountains, in the river the other day. It's a little bit nippy there in Pennsylvania. I don't doubt it. Guys, you're the best. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Spread the word about our show. We love all of you. Continue sending those notes, emails, cards, everything that you're sending, all the levity. And again, if you have a guest suggestion, somebody you'd love to see on our show, and or if you have some photos you would like us to show on the show, we are still building an episode where we're going to be showing some of your photos. That's right. It could be of you, it could be your family, it could be your garden, it could be a trip you went on, something special, it could be your pet. Send your photos to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's our show's email address, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Also, if you have ideas for people you might like to see on our show, let us know. We'll try to see if they might pop up on the show. We have so many incredible people, including you with us as well. All right, gang. Have a good night. Thanks for being with us on this episode of the one and only Jim Masters Show Live. We'll see you again soon. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Hope you're here. If not, you can see everything in the archives, and we will see you on the next one. All right. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.